Okay, so we're going to show you how you can take your class on a virtual field trip on the iPads. The National Museum of Natural History actually has a virtual tour spot on their website. They also have apps that you can install on the iPad. I'm going to show you how a teacher can actually take them into the museum through the app. So once students log on to their app and they open it up, they enter the rotunda of the museum, and you can see it looks exactly like the real museum because it is. um, and they can move their mouse around, or on the iPad they would actually just drag their finger and they can move around the museum. So you can see over here, that's the front entrance, and you can show the students that right there is the information desk where they could actually go and ask an adult if they were really in the museum for information or help. So when they first walk in, you have to actually teach them that they have to move up and down to stay in walking sight, not like looking at the ceiling or the floor. So if you could see that amazing elephant there, it's incredible. So the students can actually see these real live exhibits. So what we would do is we would tell the students that when they see these blue arrows, they need to click on them, and that helps them walk around the museum. You also want to teach the students that they need to hover over the blue arrows. You teach them that word hover so that they can actually just see what it says instead of clicking on it, and you'll see this one says Mammal Hall entrance. So for our purposes, we'll show you what a first grade class would do as they study their whale unit. The teacher would tell them to go to the first floor, so they would click on first floor. And we would want to go to Ocean Hall. So let's see, we're going to click on here, and it takes them right in there. So now we're in Ocean Hall. So you can see they can move around and look around the exhibits. If they go slowly, they can actually read some of the exhibit writing. And here is one of those hot spots. So the teacher would say, okay, you can, when you see a little camera, that's a hot spot, and you click on it, and it shows them an up-close photograph of what you would actually be seeing in the museum. So right here the teacher could say, okay, we're looking at a whale here. What kind of whale is it? Is it toothed or baleen? And the students would all say baleen. How would you know? You can see the actual baleen on the whale, and then they can talk about the barnacles. It's incredible. They can just see what they would really actually be looking at in the museum if they were really there in New York City. So that's a little bit of how this works. If you can see, they just click on the arrows and it takes them to each part. And again, they can move around and explore. It's really interesting. So that's basically it for this virtual tour. Honestly, if I were doing this with my class, I would let them go on in the iPad lab. We would explore the museum together in the ocean unit, just because that's what we're talking about in class, and then I would give them extra time at the end to freely explore the museum. And then this way I'm kind of tying in their own interests. I know a lot of kids would really like to see the bones exhibit. They can click here and they can see the actual, X out of here, the bones, which is really, really cool for them. And it's like they're getting on the train and going to the city, but just right on the iPad. So there we go.